Over the past few years, I've been really working on my daily and weekly routines to help find structure and stability in my life. I've experimented with tiny habits, daily movement, sleep schedules, and new hobbies, always trying to find ways to quiet the noise and stresses that life inevitably brings. During the pandemic, I worked out every day for 100 days in a row just to give my mental health some positive reinforcement. Alternating between walks, high intensity, strength training, Pilates, and simple mobility. Without this daily movement, I would find simple tasks much harder to complete, and the visa process to be with my husband far more overwhelming. Since moving to the US and finally feeling settled in our home together, I've begun to look at my weekly routines and reshape them.
Hair shape is not helpful.
It's not practical to work out every day, nor do I have the time, plus rest is very important. But daily movement is really important for my mental health. Plus I'm so invested in finally getting my first pull-up. So I've been working on creating a weekly routine to move that helps me to stay physically healthy, but more importantly, mentally healthy. In the wake of the events of the past few years, I really rely on structure to help keep balance. So I'm going to be systematically going through each of my routines and refining or creating new ones. Today is episode 1, and we're starting with my fitness routine. Okay, so I signed up for the Denver Marathon back in January because I needed some kind of structure or program to follow. I find it really hard to create my own workout plan. And back in the UK, I used to just go to classes, but I just don't like the intensity of those anymore. So I signed up for the marathon to give me that structure, just to kind of give me that thing that I could just simply turn up to. I don't have to switch my brain on, and I just know what I need to do. Obviously, that did not go quite to plan. So I have been following a program for the last couple of months. I've been working with Copilot, who are sponsoring today's video. I don't know if any of you have tried to create your own schedule before, and even as someone who has been working out for a very long time, ever since school where I used to play hockey and netball and various other track and field events, I don't know how to program things for myself. And quite honestly, if I'm not good at it, I would rather someone who's an expert help me out and show me the way. I've talked about my marathon training and how it's really important to monitor how many runs a week I'm doing, because I've had shin splints in the past. I got into trail running during the pandemic and I tried to change my running style, and that had a huge impact on my shins. During my onboarding call with my coach, we discussed exactly what my goals were if I had any injuries and how much time I had to spend on each thing. From this, Candice was able to really develop my program to suit my lifestyle, my goals, and of course my injuries as well. So this week I thought I would take you through my routine, my workout routine that my coach on Copilot has kind of built for me. I do one long run a week on a Sunday, and then everything else is built in by Candice. Of course, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. And I would also love to hear about any movement that you do for your mental health or for your physical health, and how you managed to create that routine in the first place. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy my coffee and let's get into my week of workouts. Okay, I'm just getting ready for my run. I do 2 runs a week because my shins just cannot take more than 2 runs for this marathon prep. So let's take a look at what my workout is today. We basically alternate between endurance runs on a Tuesday, but obviously shorter than my Sunday runs, and then also kind of speed work as well, just to make it a little bit easier. So every other Tuesday we'll do an endurance run or a speed run, it depends, just to kind of mix it up, to give my shins a bit of a break as well. Okay, so we've got a 50-minute cardio, speed and long stretch. Starts with a really nice warm-up. I needed a longer warm-up, so my coach Candice made sure my warm-up was a lot longer, because I have things like I need more ankle mobility, I need more hip openers, just various things that I noticed that when I'm getting ready for my runs, that they just need to just be more warmed up and things like that. And the best thing about this is because it just goes through the app and into my ear, I don't have to look at my phone. That's one of the things I find the most annoying when I'm going for a run, is constantly checking my watch or my time just to see how far I have left. And it's so much nicer just being told what you are doing. When it comes to workouts, getting myself to the gym or getting myself out the door is not hard. It's just knowing what to do when I'm actually working out. That's why I spent so many years doing classes, because it was just so much easier just being told what to do. So that's why it's really nice to have a coach that just plans everything for you. And it was also her voice in my ear that's telling me when to walk and when to run and when to rest, which is really nice because it kind of makes me feel like she's with me. Okay, I'm gonna stop procrastinating and I'm gonna go out for my run. It's already 6 p.m. Usually I like to work out in the morning because then I know that I'm gonna get it done. That's why it's easy for me, because in the mornings I just get up and I go and I really enjoy it. I'm not an afternoon or an evening exerciser, but got up too late today, so had to do it now. Even when it comes to things like fitness and whatever, I always still try to make it as sustainable as possible. This is actually a secondhand sports bra that I bought maybe even 8 years ago. Maybe not quite that much, maybe at least 5 or 6 years ago. But I did an Instagram post about it, so I can definitely remember that it was secondhand. But recently I've really been enjoying wearing like leggings and things like that, but a loose t-shirt. I find that I feel a lot more comfortable in the gym when I have a kind of baggy t-shirt, and so I wanted to get a few. And also I've been borrowing a lot of his, which he doesn't love because then he has to wash his clothes more often. So I decided to go thrifting and I bought about 4 or 5 loose t-shirts. They're all about $3 or $4 each, so obviously it's a lot more cost effective. It's just a really good way of, when you start new hobbies or habits, of trying to do it in as sustainable a way as possible. Obviously fitness has been something that I have been doing ever since I was a child. I was always in hockey teams, but then after that I kind of lost my way a little bit, which is why I started CrossFit. I just needed something that people would just tell me what to do, so I didn't have to think about it for myself. I'm ready to move on to something else, which is why I wanted to train for the marathon. This is my second marathon. And then also just find a routine and a schedule that really was sustainable. So I'm not just thinking about trying to be sustainable in my clothing choices, but also in my actual routine as well. But yeah, all that to say, this is secondhand, my sports bra is secondhand. Leggings are the only things that I don't really buy secondhand, and that's just simply because, well, if you've ever squatted in some used leggings, you'll know why. I'm just gonna get a few things together. I like to warm up with bands because I find that really, really helpful. And then what else? Just bring some water, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, let's go. I just got back from my workout. I ended up just doing legs instead of arms because I just was feeling a little bit tired today, so it felt pretty good. Just having a banana, and then I'm gonna have something proper when I get back. But around this time of day, we always like to go for a walk, especially now that the weather's getting really nice. We just try to go for, 15, 20 minutes, sort of at lunchtime-ish, and it just really helps to get outside and just to get some steps in. Otherwise, I just sit at my computer all day, just like, so yeah. Just gonna have a banana and then we'll go for a walk, and then we'll make some lunch. Good morning. As you can tell, the sun is just rising here, so it's about 7:30. One of my goals was to really improve my squat. I really love the feeling of being strong, and that's one of my big goals for this year, or I guess more intentions. I haven't really set goals. But now that I'm finally in one place for a long period of time and I'm feeling settled and I can make my own schedule, it's been so much easier to be consistent. That's definitely one of the things I have found the most difficult over the last few years is consistency, because I've moved several times and finally being in the same place has allowed me to really just build on that consistency and just create a routine that really works for me. Because when I'm not moving my body, it really affects my mental health. I really find that I'm more stressed, I find it harder to chill out, and I also find it harder to sleep as well. I've definitely built a lot of confidence in the gym. I think maybe a couple of years ago I'd feel really awkward doing things like hip thrusts or I don't know, other movements that I wasn't so sure about. But recently I just put my headphones in and I just listen to music that makes me feel really good, and I just don't care what other people are doing. It also really helps that a lot of women who go to my gym like lift pretty heavy, and so that also like gives me that confidence that other people are doing it, so I should be able to. I haven't worked out in a normal gym for quite a few years, so it was a bit of an adjustment getting used to being confident again, going into the weight section or trying new moves that I haven't done. But it's always super helpful having my coach just show me how to do things properly so that I can go in with confidence and just start building that strength. Another day, another thrifted shirt. Okay, so today is arm day, upper body. Another one of my goals is to get my pull-up back, because I was really consistent during the pandemic when we were able to go back to the gym, and then moving has just like thrown my life into chaos and inconsistency. But now that I've been here for 6 months, I'm ready to get back on that horse. I feel like it's just one of those markers of strength building, but then also it's just one of those things that it's just nice to have. It's always been something I found incredibly impressive, but then also it requires so much strength. So yeah, I'm very excited. We've got arm day today. I also have an endurance run because I need to catch up on my runs because I went away for a few days for a wedding, but we're not going to do those together. We're going to do arms this morning, and then maybe this afternoon I'll go for my run, because there's a track nearby that I really like to run around. It's really nice and soft on my feet and my shins, and it's just nice because it's close to home, so I don't feel like I have to go anywhere or go too far. But I've had my coffee, just having a little bit of food, and then we'll get going. And when I say a little bit of food, I mean like a lots of toast and peanut butter and banana. So my arm days aren't super long, but I am procrastinating, so let's go. So I think full body days are probably my favorite because they're really nice and concise, and you don't fatigue everything too much. You get to have a chance to do all the moves that you like. I love to do things like pull-ups, squats, all those kind of fun things. So I usually do that on a Friday. The gym was super busy this week, so I wasn't able to unfortunately record in there, but it's really nice, simple movements that I just absolutely love, and I've been really enjoying just building this routine of consistency, finding things that actually give me joy but are also functional. I think being functional is one of the most important things for me. You know, being able to run outside and not get too puffed, being able to pick things up and feel like I'm physically healthy. It's just one of those things that's always been a long-term goal for me, just consistently feel good. And that's one of the things that I just have been loving about this program of doing strength building as well as running. And Sundays are usually my long runs. Honestly, getting through those is really tough, so the idea of filming those has definitely been low on my priority. But I always post on my Instagram stories when we're going for a run and the places that we're going, because we try to go somewhere different just to change it up a little bit. You know, we did a little bit on the Colorado Trail, which was really, really fun. The fitter I get, the more I enjoy my runs, and I more so love what it enables me to do. I love being able to just get outside, clear my head and clear any stress that I have been feeling. That's one of the biggest things for me, and that's what I always try to reiterate anytime I ever talk about running or any kind of fitness routine I do, or any kind of movement as well, It's so deeply connected to my mental health, and that's why I will always try to get outside no matter for how long. Of course, because I've been marathon training, I've been eating a lot. So if you're interested to see the kind of foods that I eat, I made a what I eat in a week video last week that you can check out. And if you're interested in checking out Copilot, it's such an easy app to use. One of the best things for me is finding a coach that I really connect with. I love Candice, and every time I want to make a change, or I am going away, or I need to put two things on one day, or just move things around a little bit, she's always there to help me. The app is really simple to use and has all of your workouts planned for you in a row, so you can tap on each day just to make sure you know what you're going to be doing. You can also look ahead to see what your workout is going to be and what the movements are going to be as well. When you first sign up for your account, you go through a load of questions just to make sure that you are matched with a coach that meets not only the things that you're interested in or the areas that you're interested in, like strength training, or running or mobility. They also want to match you with someone that has a similar personality to you or is able to give you what you need. I said I was not up for tough love. I need someone who's kind and gentle and encouraging, and that is why they matched me with Candice. This helps to make everything a lot more personalized because we talk almost every day through the app just to discuss whether the workouts are working for me, if anything needs to be adjusted or changed on a day-to-day basis, and from week to week if I'm going to be going away or anything like that. If you're looking for some help in programming or just being consistent with your movement, then you can get a free trial using my link in the description below. I'm really excited to see where I'm going to be in a year's time. I would love to be able to fast forward and see where I'm at, physically and also my mental health. But I really want to reiterate that for me, movement has always been this two-factor thing where it enables me to be happier and healthier and hopefully create better content and hopefully create a better space, a better community online, because I'm a generally happier and more content person. I also find on my really long runs that I'm able to really think about ideas for content and things like that, but also process a lot of things that are going on. This video was definitely a little bit different to the content I usually make, so if you liked it, please let me know and give it a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments if you want to see more content like this or more specific about my marathon training. As always, I'm not an expert. This is just something I'm doing to stay happy and healthy and try and create a new routine for a more content life. So this was episode 1 of creating new routines. If you want to learn more about Copilot, I'm going to put all their information in the description below, and I hope you subscribe so that you are here for the next episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.